Ladies and gentlemen, success is a quiet journey. It doesn't come with a parade or flashing lights. It's forged in the still hours of the morning when no one's watching. It's built in the silence of focus, determination, and discipline. Too often we seek applause before the performance, recognition before the reward. But I want to remind you of this: the applause fades and recognition is fleeting. True success isn't built in the spotlight, it's crafted in the silence of hard work. Why silence? Because silence demands focus. In a world filled with noise, notifications, opinions, and distractions, silence allows us to tune into what really matters: the work. Silence is where ideas are born, skills are refined, and goals are conquered. When you work in silence, you eliminate the ego. You're not working to prove something to others. You're working to prove something to yourself. And that's a power no one can take away. You see, there's something profound about letting your results do the talking. When you stay silent and produce, the world notices. And when it notices, it's not because you shouted about your progress, it's because your progress shouted for you. Patience is the unsung hero of silent work. Great things aren't built overnight. The oak tree doesn't sprout in a day. It grows slowly, steadily, and silently. And just like that tree, your success requires time, care, and consistency. True success is not built on applause or fleeting moments of recognition. It's built on a foundation so strong, so unshakable, that it doesn't need validation from the outside world. Applause can deceive you, giving you a false sense of accomplishment before the real work is done. But a foundation stands the test of time. It's what holds you steady when challenges arise. Think of a towering building. Its height and grandeur are not determined by how many admire it, but by the strength of the groundwork beneath it. The same is true for your life and your goals. Without a solid foundation, every clap, every cheer is meaningless. They're just noise. What truly matters is the structure you're building brick by brick in the quiet moments when no one is watching. Validation will not help you when the storm comes. A crowd's approval won't steady you when the winds of adversity blow. But a foundation built on discipline, effort, and integrity, that's what will carry you through. And here's the beauty of it: when you're focused on building, applause doesn't distract you. You're not tempted to stop and soak it in because you know the applause isn't the goal. The goal is strength, resilience, and mastery. The truth is, applause fades. The cheers will die down and the crowd will move on to the next performance. But the foundation you build remains. It will serve you not for a moment, but for a lifetime. And when the results of your work begin to shine, they won't just impress, they'll inspire. Not because you sought attention, but because you created something undeniable, something real. So don't chase applause. Chase excellence. Focus on the foundation, on doing the work, on mastering your craft, on building something so powerful that it doesn't need validation. When the applause comes, and it will come, it won't be the foundation of your success. It will be the echo of the effort you've already invested. In a world where everyone is quick to talk, quick to share, and quick to seek attention, there is unmatched power in letting your results do the talking. Words can be cheap, promises can be empty, but results are undeniable. They have a voice of their own, a language that commands respect without needing explanation. When you focus on producing results instead of announcing intentions, you shift the energy. You stop trying to prove yourself with noise and start proving yourself with action. Because the truth is, no one remembers what you said you were going to do. They remember what you did. Think about it. A person who boasts of their plans but delivers nothing is soon forgotten. But someone who works quietly, diligently, and delivers extraordinary results, that person becomes unforgettable. Their work speaks louder than any declaration ever could. The beauty of results is their authenticity. They don't lie. They can't be exaggerated or manipulated. They reflect the effort, discipline, and persistence you put in when no one was watching. And that's why they carry so much weight. They are evidence of your commitment, proof of your ability, and a testament to your character. Letting your results speak also frees you from the need for approval. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You don't have to convince others of your worth. Your results will do that for you. They'll stand as a shining example of what's possible when you focus on the work instead of the spotlight. So don't waste your time trying to convince people with words. Use that energy to build, to create, to achieve. Let your results speak for you. And when they do, they won't just speak, they'll roar. They'll command attention, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it. And here's the best part: results don't just speak to others, they speak to you. They remind you of what you're capable of. They build your confidence, your momentum, and your belief in yourself. They're not just a reward, they're fuel for the next stage of your journey. So stay silent, do the work, and let your results tell the story, because in the end, what you achieve will always be louder than what you said you do. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the force that transforms dreams into reality, the quiet power that separates those who talk about success from those who achieve it. Discipline is not flashy, it doesn't demand attention, it works silently, consistently, and relentlessly. It is the backbone of greatness. When you master discipline, you master yourself. You no longer let fleeting emotions dictate your actions. Excuses lose their grip on you. Motivation may come and go, but discipline remains. It's the unshakable commitment to show up day after day, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. The beauty of discipline lies in its ability to compound. A small effort repeated daily becomes a monumental achievement over time. Discipline doesn't rely on grand gestures. It thrives in the small, consistent actions, waking up early, saying no to distractions, choosing effort over comfort. These seemingly insignificant choices made repeatedly create a foundation so strong that nothing can shake it. Discipline is also the antidote to chaos. In a world full of distractions, discipline gives you clarity. It focuses your energy, sharpens your priorities, and keeps you aligned with your purpose. When you're disciplined, you don't waste time chasing every fleeting opportunity. You stay on course, confident in the direction you're heading. It's not easy. Discipline requires sacrifice. It asks you to give up short-term pleasures for long-term rewards. It demands that you push through discomfort, that you keep going even when it feels impossible. But that's where its power lies. Discipline forges resilience. It builds character. It transforms you into someone who doesn't just hope for success, but earns it. And here's the secret: discipline is a choice. It's not something you're born with. It's something you cultivate. It starts with a decision to commit to your goals, to hold yourself accountable, to do what needs to be done no matter what. The more you choose discipline, the stronger it becomes. Discipline is the foundation of freedom. It might seem paradoxical, but the more disciplined you are, the freer you become. Free from regret, free from inconsistency, free from the limits of laziness and procrastination. With discipline, you gain control over your life. You become the architect of your destiny. So embrace the power of discipline. Let it guide you, shape you, and elevate you. Because when you are disciplined, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Distractions are the silent thieves of progress. They sneak into your life, dressed as entertainment, convenience, or even opportunity. And before you realize it, they've robbed you of time, focus, and potential. To achieve greatness, you must master the art of avoiding distractions, because every moment spent on what doesn't matter is a moment taken away from what does. The world today is designed to pull you in 100 directions at once. Notifications demand your attention. Social media begs for your engagement. Endless options promise quick gratification. But here's the truth: those distractions don't serve your purpose. They sabotage it. They scatter your energy, dilute your focus, and leave you wondering where your time went. Avoiding distractions requires clarity. You must know what you're working towards so you can recognize what doesn't align with your goals. It's not enough to say no to distractions. You must say a powerful yes to your vision. When your purpose is clear, distractions lose their allure. They're no longer temptations, they're obstacles to be removed. It also takes discipline. The ability to shut out the noise and focus on the work in front of you is a skill. And like any skill, it must be practiced. You have to train yourself to resist the urge to check your phone, to scroll endlessly, to give in to every interruption. It's not easy, but the reward is worth it. The more you protect your focus, the more momentum you build, and momentum is the fuel for success. Avoiding distractions is not just about what you eliminate, it's about what you gain. When you free yourself from distractions, you create space for deep work, creativity, and breakthroughs. You reclaim your time and energy. You give yourself the gift of progress, the kind of progress that only comes when your attention is fully engaged. Understand this: distractions will always be there. The world isn't going to stop trying to pull you off course. Patience is not the absence of action. It is the quiet strength to act with purpose and persistence, even when results seem distant. It is the understanding that greatness cannot be rushed, that true success takes time to unfold. Patience is the foundation on which enduring achievement is built, and without it, even the most promising journey can falter. The world often glorifies speed, fast results, instant gratification, immediate rewards. But the truth is, anything worth having takes time. A seed doesn't sprout into a tree overnight. It grows slowly, rooted deeply in the soil, nurtured by consistency and care. The same is true for your dreams and goals. They require time to grow, to mature, and to bear fruit. Impatience, on the other hand, is a trap. It pushes you to chase shortcuts, to cut corners, to abandon the process when progress isn't visible. But shortcuts lead to shallow results. Impatience robs you of the opportunity to build something lasting, something real. It's the patient worker, the one who persists through the quiet, uneventful days, who ultimately reaps the greatest rewards. Patience is more than waiting, it's how you wait. It's the attitude you maintain while the results are still out of sight. It's staying committed to the process, trusting that your efforts will pay off even when there's no immediate proof. It's finding peace in progress no matter how small or slow. Patience also teaches you resilience. The journey to success is rarely a straight line. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and moments of doubt. But patience allows you to endure these challenges without losing sight of your goal. It gives you the strength to keep going, to adjust, to learn, and to grow. And here's the beauty of patience: it transforms you. While you're working toward your goal, patience shapes your character. It builds discipline, focus, and humility. It teaches you to value the process as much as the result. By the time you achieve your goal, you're not just successful, you're stronger, wiser, and better prepared for what comes next. Patience doesn't mean you sit back and wait for things to happen. It means you act consistently with faith in the process. It means you plant the seeds, water them, and trust that in time they will bloom. It means understanding that every effort, no matter how small, is a step closer to your vision. So embrace patience. Let it be your guide, your strength, and your ally. Trust that the work you're doing today will pay off tomorrow, and resist the urge to rush. Because the best things in life aren't instant, they're earned. And when you achieve them, they'll be worth every moment of the wait. Ego is the silent saboteur of progress. It whispers that you've already done enough, that you deserve praise before you've completed the journey, that you're above making mistakes or needing growth. But the truth is, ego is not a badge of success. It's a barrier to it. To achieve true greatness, you must control your ego and remain grounded in the pursuit of continuous improvement. Ego thrives on external validation. It craves the spotlight and feeds on the applause of others. But here's the reality: external validation is fleeting. If your worth is tied to the approval of others, you'll be at their mercy. Your confidence will rise and fall based on opinions and recognition that come and go like the wind. Control your ego, and you take back that power. You anchor your confidence in something unshakable, your own effort, growth, and purpose. When your ego takes over, you stop listening, you stop learning, and you stop striving. It tells you that you know enough, that you've reached the top. But success isn't a final destination, it's a journey that requires humility and the willingness to evolve. Controlling your ego means acknowledging that no matter how much you've achieved, there is always room to grow, more to learn, and higher levels to reach. Ego blinds you to reality. It masks your weaknesses, making you defensive when challenged and resistant to feedback that could elevate you. But when you put ego aside, you open yourself to the constructive criticism that fuels growth. You become more resilient, more adaptable, and more capable of turning failure into opportunity. Control your ego, and you'll see failure not as a defeat, but as a teacher. Keeping your ego in check also helps you build stronger connections with others. Ego isolates, it demands to be the smartest in the room, and undermines collaboration. But when you control your ego, you become a better listener, a more empathetic leader, and a person others want to work with. You gain wisdom not just from your own experience, but from those around you, enriching your journey and multiplying your opportunities for success. Ego wants the spotlight before the work is done. It seeks recognition before mastery. But when you control your ego, you're no longer driven by the need to prove something to others. You're driven by the desire to become the best version of yourself, regardless of who's watching. That kind of drive doesn't burn out. It only grows stronger with time. To control your ego is to prioritize substance over appearance. It's about embracing the silent, unseen effort that creates real, lasting success. It means taking pride not in being the loudest, but in being the most consistent, the most disciplined, and the most dedicated to growth. It's about valuing the process more than the praise and letting your results be the testament to your hard work. Remember this: controlling your ego is not a weakness, it's a sign of true strength. It's the quiet confidence that says, I don't need validation to know my worth. I'm here to work, to learn, to grow, and to achieve whether anyone is watching or not. And that, my friends, is where true power lies. Consistency is the foundation of excellence. It is not about extraordinary effort on rare occasions, but about showing up every single day, doing what needs to be done, and letting the power of repetition transform your efforts into results. Mastering consistency is the ultimate key to achieving greatness, because success is not built in a day, it's built daily. Consistency doesn't demand perfection, it demands persistence. It's not about never failing, it's about never quitting. Every step, no matter how small, contributes to the larger journey. Success is not one giant leap, it's a series of small, intentional actions taken consistently over time. These actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but they compound into something extraordinary. To master consistency, you must first commit. Commitment is the decision to keep moving forward, even when the excitement fades, when progress feels slow, or when challenges arise. It's the unwavering belief that the process will pay off if you stay the course. Consistency doesn't require motivation, it thrives on discipline and focus. The beauty of consistency is that it creates momentum. Each time you show up and put in the work, you build confidence in yourself. You prove to yourself that you can be relied upon, that you can follow through. This momentum becomes a force of its own, making it easier to stay on track, to push through resistance, and to keep progressing even when the path is difficult. Consistency also teaches you patience. It reminds you that true progress takes time, that great achievements are not rushed but earned. The person who is consistent understands that the journey matters as much as the destination. They find joy and purpose in the daily grind, knowing that every moment spent working toward their goal is a step closer to realizing distractions and setbacks will come, but mastering consistency means refusing to let them derail you. It means prioritizing your goals over immediate comfort, staying focused when the world tries to pull you in different directions. Consistency is a choice you make every day, and with each choice you strengthen your resolve and your ability to succeed. The results of consistency are undeniable. When you commit to the process, you build habits that serve you for a lifetime. You sharpen your skills, deepen your knowledge, and create a track record of perseverance. Over time, this consistency becomes your greatest asset, setting you apart from those who only show up when it's convenient or exciting. Mastering consistency is about more than just achieving a goal, it's about becoming the person who achieves it. It's about developing the character, discipline, and resilience that make success inevitable. It's not just what you do, it's who you become in the process. So show up. Do the work, day after day, without excuses, without shortcuts, because consistency is not just the path to success, it is success. And when you master it, there's nothing you can't achieve. True success is not found in the applause of others, but in the quiet, steady pursuit of growth. Recognition is fleeting. It comes and goes with the changing tides of public opinion. Growth, however, is permanent. It stays with you, transforms you, and becomes the foundation for everything you achieve. To value growth over recognition is to choose substance over show, progress over popularity, and meaning over momentary approval. Recognition often seeks to highlight what's already been done, but growth is about what's still possible. It pushes you to expand beyond your current limits, to ask, what's next? How can I improve? Where can I go from here? Growth requires humility, the willingness to acknowledge that no matter how far you've come, there's always more to learn, more to achieve, and more to give. When you prioritize growth, you shift your focus inward. You stop chasing external validation and start seeking internal excellence. Recognition is about being seen by others. Growth is about seeing yourself more clearly. It's about becoming a better version of who you are, not for the sake of applause, but for the sake of your own fulfillment and potential. Growth demands patience, effort, and resilience. It requires you to embrace the process, even when it's uncomfortable or unglamorous. It's about showing up and putting in the work, not because someone is watching, but because you know that every step forward brings you closer to mastery. Recognition might reward you for what's visible, but growth honors what's invisible, the discipline, the focus, the persistence that no one sees but you. When you chase recognition, you risk becoming stagnant, tied to the need for approval. But when you chase growth, you become unstoppable. Growth keeps you moving forward, challenging yourself and redefining what's possible. It's not bound by others' opinions or timelines. It's a lifelong journey driven by your desire to reach your highest potential. Recognition can be a trap, luring you into complacency. It can make you think you've arrived when in reality you've just begun. Growth keeps you grounded. It reminds you that success is not a destination but a journey. It's about the person you're becoming, the skills you're mastering, and the impact you're creating along the way. To value growth over recognition is to prioritize long-term success over short-term gratification. It's understanding that true fulfillment doesn't come from the applause of the crowd, but from the quiet satisfaction of knowing you've given your all. Growth builds a legacy that recognition can never match, a legacy of character, excellence, and purpose. So focus on growth. Embrace the challenges, the setbacks, and the lessons that come with it. Let recognition be a byproduct, not the goal. Because when you commit to growth, you don't just achieve success, you become the kind of person who can sustain it. And that, more than any applause, is what truly matters. Silence is a language of strength, a statement made without words that commands attention and respect. It is not weakness or passivity. It is a deliberate choice, a demonstration of control and wisdom. In a world where many feel the need to constantly explain, defend, or prove themselves, silence is a rare and powerful force. It shows that you are secure in who you are, confident in what you bring, and unshaken by noise. When you are silent, you leave room for others to notice your actions. Words can be cheap, but action is undeniable. Silence allows your results to speak louder than any explanation ever could. It doesn't demand acknowledgement, it earns it. It doesn't seek validation, it commands respect. Silence shows restraint, and restraint is a sign of strength. It takes courage to hold back when ego pushes you to react, to explain, or to retaliate. But silence in moments of chaos or conflict speaks volumes. It says you are above the pettiness, that you value self-control over impulsivity, and that you don't need to prove your worth to anyone. There is dignity in silence. It shows that you are willing to listen and observe, to gather wisdom rather than rush to speak. The silent observer often sees what the loudest voice misses. Silence gives you perspective. It allows you to process, to understand, and to act with intention rather than emotion. Silence is not absence, it is presence without noise. It creates space for thought, for reflection, and for focus. In silence, you refine your goals, sharpen your vision, and strengthen your resolve. It is in the quiet moments that growth happens, that discipline is built, and that mastery is achieved. Respect is not something you can demand, it is something you must earn. Silence earns respect because it signals self-assurance. It says you don't need constant recognition or applause to know your value. You let your work, your character, and your consistency speak for you. And when you do speak, your words carry weight. Silence gives your voice power because it's not used carelessly or excessively. People listen when someone who speaks rarely decides to speak. It shows that your words are chosen carefully, that they matter, and that they are worth hearing. Silence also protects your energy. It keeps you from engaging in battles that don't matter, from wasting time on meaningless arguments, or from explaining yourself to those who aren't ready to listen. It allows you to conserve your focus for what truly matters: your growth, your goals, and your purpose. So embrace silence as a tool, as a discipline, as a strength. Let your actions speak louder than words, and let your silence carry the dignity and respect that cannot be ignored. In a world filled with noise, be the quiet force that inspires admiration, not with what you say, but with who you are and what you do. The journey to success is not a sprint. It is a marathon, one that requires endurance, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to keep moving forward, even when the path gets difficult. It's easy to start strong, full of excitement and enthusiasm, but the true test lies in sustaining the drive over time, in staying committed to your vision when obstacles arise and progress seems slow. This is where most people falter, not because they lack talent, but because they lack perseverance. To sustain the journey, you must first embrace the truth that challenges are part of the process. The road to your dreams will not be smooth. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and moments when the finish line feels distant. But this is not the time to quit. It's the time to push forward, to dig deeper, and to stay focused on the long-term vision. Sustaining the journey means you are not chasing instant gratification. You are playing the long game. It's about committing to your goals every single day, even when it feels like no one is watching or appreciating your effort. When you sustain your journey, you move beyond the external rewards and focus on the internal growth, the discipline, the resilience, and the wisdom you are building as you go. It's also about consistency. The journey is sustained not by extraordinary moments, but by the everyday actions, the habits you build, and the choices you make when no one is looking. Even when you don't see immediate results, you must trust in the process. Every small step, every consistent effort is moving you closer to where you want to be. Sustaining the journey also requires you to adapt. As you move forward, you will encounter unexpected twists and turns. The road may not always lead where you thought it would, and that's okay. True success is about being flexible, being able to pivot when necessary, and understanding that there is no one straight path to greatness. The key is not to become discouraged by the detours, but to learn and grow from them, knowing that they too are part of your journey. You must also develop an unwavering belief in yourself. There will be times when doubt creeps in, when the weight of the journey feels heavy, and when it seems like you're not making progress fast enough. During these moments, your belief in your purpose, your mission, and your ability to succeed must carry you through. This belief is the fuel that will keep you going when everything around you tries to pull you down. To sustain the journey is to be patient. The results may take time, but if you remain committed, if you continue to put in the effort every day, the results will come. Patience is the quiet strength that allows you to keep moving forward, even when the rewards aren't immediate. Trust that with persistence and dedication, you will reach your destination. Above all, sustaining the journey is about finding joy in the process. When you are deeply connected to your purpose and committed to the work, you stop viewing the journey as a burden and begin to see it as an opportunity for growth. Every challenge, every victory, and every setback becomes part of the story of your success. So keep going, even when it's tough, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Sustaining the journey is not about immediate results, but about staying true to your vision, showing up every day, and knowing that the journey itself is shaping you into someone capable of achieving greatness. Your persistence will be your power. Your resilience will be your legacy. And when you finally reach your destination, you will know that the journey was worth every step. Discipline thrives in silence. It's in the quiet commitment to show up every day whether or not anyone sees you. It's in the small, seemingly insignificant actions that compound over time to create extraordinary outcome. And don't mistake silence for isolation. You're not alone on this journey. You have your vision, your drive, and your belief in yourself. That's all you need. So, my friends, embrace the quiet. Find strength in the unseen hours. Work hard in silence and let your success be the thunder that shakes the world. Because in the end, the loudest statement you can make is your achievement. Thank you.